G'day, my name is Brian Johnston and I want to talk in answer to a question regarding the indicators on this gold chart and virtually how we use them and what we can do with them. First of all, we should start up here with the signal indicators, which is showing in each time frame, the minute, the 5 minute, the 15, the 30, the hour 4 and the daily. So what are the MAC, the stochastic and the EMAs? What are they showing? In M1 the time frame it's down, M5 it's pretty well down in most, and M15. Now if they all went red in the first 3 frames, I would consider that a good chance that it's going to go short. And look at it here, it's showing in the buy volume and sell volume, the buyers and sellers, there are more sellers, so it's getting pretty close. That's number one. Number two, you notice in the Brian's index and the dollar index, the dollar is starting to move up in price. You see here the US dollar on the currency meter is 5.4. It was a lot lower, where the CHF is very strong, the Australian dollar is strong, and the New Zealand dollars are strong. But we can see 5.1, it's starting to move up, and the gold is slightly moving down. So if we went over into the 5 minute frame, we would see probably that the dollar is going down. See it there? We don't have to look on that. We can just stay on the M4 and we can see that is the case. The dollar is starting to rise and the currency, Brian's index, which is the same as this, is just starting to fall. So this is looking at a short. It hasn't gone past the 5-day moving average. It hasn't broken the R1 resistance level, and so we're not really going to do much about that at this stage. The trend is up because you can see the ladder effect of the bosons. It's like a ladder. If this next one went down, it would suggest that the trend is changing. So on the close, it depends if this will close here and here, and that's a week's close, it will be up. If the close was down, of course next week it could be low. Okay, so at the moment we are now looking at, in this time frame, it's still going up, and yet this is rising and this is rising, but it's still trending up, as you can see. And if we it's locked, but you can see it's quite clearly it's still trending up. And where is the moving average? We should put that on for people. And we're looking at an EMA crossover signal, and we'll just make that a little bit broader. And there it is there. It's very small. We should make them bigger. But you can see the EMAs are crossed over. We'll have to make them a little bit cancel. So they'll stand out for you. There they are. And it hasn't gone red up there yet, so we're still looking at long, and look, it's pretty accurate, isn't it? let's look at the expert advisors and give you an idea of what you can do with the signal bar, and you can put in the inputs you like and adjust to your time frame. So we look at, we got the MAC at 5, 21 and 9. RSI, we've left that, and well, Stolastics, we're using the 833, and the MA we're using 5, 21, etc. But you can put in any figure you like, so that they are an indication of your currencies in all the time frames. Isn't that good? So at the moment it's still looking like it's a long frame. We're looking over here at a coincidence, the Bosun's line, that's last Friday's close, is at 1504.65, and the water level is 1504.04. So you've got an indication of value at that price. Now, as I said, you can see the crossovers there. You're going short, and here you're going long, long, long. When it starts to turn down and this goes up like a scissor action together, you can see the short action there. So that's basically the indicators, and you're looking here at this one at the current time is showing the trend is all three. Huge volume change, and look at this, it's starting to turn here. We still haven't gone past here and broken the fractional of the resistance level here. So we're still at the moment keeping it at a long point, as it hasn't crossed there, even though our indicators are showing. These are on the gold and the silver, and likewise on a hedge we can see the same similar things, except this is not working on the hedge, the indicators on the basket or the hedge, but you get the idea. There's the indicators. We're looking at the currency. So if the Australian dollar is high, the US dollar is low, we're putting a buy on them and a sell on the US dollar. If the US dollar was lower than any one here, you can see it's starting to move up, but it's definitely a buy on the euro. Euro to the US dollar is a sell. Let's have a look. Euro, US dollar. And we'll just put this template on. And you can see it's gone past that on that, although this time frame is, and it's a possible sell on the currencies, and you can see if once it's a sell, it will actually break through some of the points of here. Okay. And you can use the same. The Australian dollar is starting to turn. It still hasn't turned yet. It still is long here. It's pretty well long in the hour frame and in the 4-hour frame, and the majority are long in the day frame. It's long. So the whole trend is long. The 5 minutes is short, and what are we looking at? The 5 minute, it was short, but there was a green there. And we can use another indicator to give us a warning. Okay, basically there we have the support and resistance levels, the Bosun's weekly line, and we have here our currency meter showing the strength, relative strength of one currency against the other. Obviously the higher the number, obviously the US dollar is stronger than the euro at the moment. The Australian is stronger than the thing, so there's a buys on that. The JPY is down, the US dollar is stronger, So there's this obviously a buy on the US dollar against the JPY just to look at. These are just the relative strengths. These here you can change to the EMA, MAC, Stols, and of course if you go back into your 4 hour you can see the Boson lines, and 8 different pair have crossed already, so out of a whole lot we can look through them. Okay, that's about it for now. Bye from Brian.